It's well known that our Republican colleagues don't believe in climate change, but this week we have some demonstration that they question hurricanes, or at least letting hurricanes get in the way of another type of disaster, which is this bill. At least we finally do have a week in Washington where stormy refers to something natural in terms of disasters. This bill is about weatherizing and protecting tax breaks that were adopted last year to try to ensure that the special benefits that were available to the wealthiest people in our country and the largest multinationals are protected on a long-term basis. The cost of the bill today, the cost of the bill that was adopted last year, is very high, more than $500 billion this year with this proposal. But the cost is not measured in dollars alone. Silence is one of the big costs of this bill. Silence from Republicans daily, silence about this president, and all the wrongs that are being committed. Republicans will pay any price, they will bear any burden, they will ignore any tweet tantrum as long as billionaires are protected on their tax breaks. In short, it's sealing lips to seal this tax bill. Trump, you can have Trump hugging thugs, silence. Helsinki bear hug for Putin, even as he repudiates the findings of our own intelligence community, crickets. The press is the enemy of the people, duck and cover. Denying the former CIA director's security clearance, which only endangers our security, not a peep. Insulting the late Senator John McCain, even as he lay dying, no comment. An estimated 7.5 major lies per day, silence. Behind closed doors, we know that those who are there most closely working at the White House day in, day out, thanks to Bob Woodward and others reporting, we know what life is like there. Not my words, but theirs. The mayor of Crazy Town, the intelligence of a 5th or 6th grader in even stronger terms. The threat to our security, our economic security, our national security, the threat to our democracy has never been higher, but all we have is silence as the warning lights keep flashing a bright yellow into red. They just cannot find their voice. It's more important to enact bills like that we have today that are designed to line the pockets of the wealthy. And it's okay if along the way you can keep rolling back a few protections to keep our air cleaner and our water safe, and if you can eviscerate the financial rules that protect families in their financial security from Wall Street. What's the total cost of this bill and this Republican silence? We don't really know yet. We haven't yet apparently hit the bottom of what the presidential behavior is that these Republicans are willing to tolerate. With each new low, the silence grows a little more deafening. So we have something that is truly disastrous headed our way, and it's not just a hurricane. It is a deficit-busting tax giveaway that might one day lead us to having the full faith and credit of the United States declared a federal disaster area. The first tax scam that was adopted here, forced through the Congress, has not met with great public approval. In fact, it's probably the most unpopular tax bill in recent memory. But it sure was a budget buster. Trillions in additional debt so that those at the top and large multinationals could get massive tax breaks. Now, today, they dress it up a little to try to gain broader support for protecting that privileged position. They dress it up a little as President Trump and his family are enriched by the legislation that was passed previously and are enriched by freezing into place the protection for pass-through entities in today's bill. Afraid of any sunlight, of course, no official from the Trump administration had the courage to come and sit at that desk and answer questions about this bill and the implementation of this tax bill. As with the initial bill, no witnesses from business, academia, or any place else. Instead, as closed a process as possible, because this bill is truly a sorry addition and a disaster for our future. I yield back.
Gentleman's time has expired.